Monday, July 2nd, 2018. Will clerk call the roll, please?
Mayor Berman?
Here.
Trustee Covino?
Here.
Trustee Curtis? Here. Trustee Carroll?
Here.
Trustee Martinez?
Here.
Trustee Gately?
Here.
Trustee comments? Discussion, item number 1. Mr. Bosco?
I'm going to defer to John.
Sure. This item is an intergovernmental agreement between, or not an intergovernmental agreement, just an agreement between Mooseheart and the village for the village to provide emergency water supply to them if their wells fail at any time. So if Mooseheart were to, right now they have their own wells on their property and they provide their own water. They need to take one out of operation to service it, and that leaves them vulnerable and at risk to a water shortage at some point. So they want to have a reliable backup source when they're doing this maintenance to tap into. As part of this agreement, Mooseheart would be responsible for constructing all the pipe on their property to connect to our system. They'd be responsible for the water quality, and any water that passes through the pipe would be charged at the going rate for the village of North Aurora. We worked with our engineering company on this agreement. We have more than enough capacity to provide them water. And again, this would only be at an emergency at need basis. And whenever this series of valves were open to provide them with water, it would be something where they would notify us so we were aware that they were utilizing our water.
Where are they tapping in at?
It's going to be north of Mooseheart, west of the entrance to their parking lot where the Eagle's Nest is, I guess. It's going to be a little bit west of that.
Oh, okay.
Will that be like a loop
It's
or a one-way or?
it's going to be like a one-way system. We don't have their final configuration yet. They were looking to get an agreement in place, and then they go out for engineering plans, and we'll review those plans when they present them to us.
Is there anything there prevent, like for the backflow case, we have a low side and we draw some, if they have some contamination in their system?
Yeah, there's two
something to
valves on
prevent
either
that?
side, so we're going to make sure that
Yeah.
the quality is not contaminating our system.
Check valve. Call it check valve.
Yeah, to some extent, yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
fine.
this is
Sounds
something we had discussed
do
in
it.
the past with them, and I think,
They're good
I think we
neighbors.
all felt it was something that we could be helpful with. I think they just had to come up with a decision to make the expenditure to do that, and I think it's worthwhile. It's certainly a good neighborly thing for us to
They're
do.
good neighbors too, yeah.
Yeah.
sure.
And, if at some point in the future they have a real major water problem, that
Right.
there is a immediate solution.
Yeah.
Not necessarily a long-range solution, but.
Isn't it basically an orphanage? I mean, it's kind of Mooseheart. I mean, that's their function. Foster.
So,
And I believe we're pretty much their only option because our water system is right by where their tap is, and Batavia's water system is much farther to the north and not accessible to their current system.
Sounds good.
how's the feeling of the board?
Yes.
We
Yes.
got a positive
Yeah.
feeling towards it, I'd say. All right, you know what we do? That's the end of our committee of the whole meeting for discussion. We now entertain a motion to enter an executive session to discuss land acquisition, and we will not be coming back from that.
So moved. Second.
All those in favor of executive session, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? We are in executive session.
Oh, is it?